Hey everybody, this is Bo back in the lounge. Want to do thank you out to all our fans listening to us all over the internet. And right now we're going to do a catch-up with Ronnie, the Punihsre Phillips. He's got some good news going on. Hey Ronnie, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
You got a big fight coming up, man. You got to be pretty psyched.
Oh yeah, I'm real pumped up, man. I think about it every day. I got August 26th fighting down in Fort Smith, Arkansas. They got the HITSquad going against Arkansas, Oklahoma's best, I guess, for the best amateurs, so I'm pretty pumped up about it.
You know, what's impressive, too, is the fact that you started off in Michigan fighting the local club scene. You go down to the HITSquad, and they put you into a nice big battle. I think that would be a positive career growth.
Yeah, I think that they see me come in and spar with some of their guys, and, you know, seeing that I had it, they asked me to stay down here, help me find a job. And now I'm living down here and down here for good, so then they set me up these fights I got coming up.
Now, you know, and a lot of different programs out there, whether it's football, wrestling, or basketball, when you've got one guy coming out of your program going to hit it big in the UFC, it tends to carry over. And with Brian Foster having his big battle on the UFC card, it's got to feel nice to have some more visibility for the HITSquad.
Matt Beach is actually going to be fighting soon, too. He's supposed to fight at UFC 102, but he hurt his back, so he's got a fight coming up too, and just the energy that's in this place just motivates everybody to just work hard every day.
One of the questions that we get from our listeners all the time about MMA guys is, first off, you all train so freaking hard all the time. How do you guys know when to peak, and what do you do to change your workout so when you step into the octagon, you're really at the peak of your workout?
Usually Mondays and Wednesdays are like stand-up sparring days, and Tuesdays, Thursdays are grappling days, and Fridays we'll put on like our 8-ounce or 6-ounce combat gloves, and we'll go like, you know, just fight with each other, just get the feel for everything that way. And then usually mornings are conditioning, nights are sparring, and we got technique that mixes up in there too.
You know, and so, you know, as you get closer to the fight, how does it work out? Do you work more on cardiovascular, or do you really start hitting the dummies and start hitting the guys harder and harder?
More leading up to the fight, we kind of, like, a couple weeks before, we'll get the cardio up real good, and then kind of slow it down a little bit and work more technique, kind of interweave them. Usually following a couple weeks before, we'll start, you know, pushing it real hard cardio in the mornings. That's usually where we hit our cardio the hardest. And then in the afternoon, usually we'll do some technique, do some sparring, but usually we start laying off the sparring about 2 weeks before, you know, and start working more on our cardio and the technique.
Now, here's a question for you. We never thought about this until listener Margie from Florida. So, Margie in Florida, thank you for this question. But how much video footage do you get a chance to look at your athlete at the competition at this point in amateur fighting? Do you get any video on him? Do you have anybody that's scouted exactly what his tendencies are?
Actually, for the August fight, I don't even know who I'm fighting yet. I haven't found out. But October 10th, I found out that I'm fighting this kid named Dallas, and I couldn't find anything on the internet on him at all. But there is fighters here that are fighting other guys, and they found a little bit of video footage on YouTube and whatnot. And, you know, mostly I just go out there, work my game, and try to, you know, apply my will. Don't matter what they're going to do, I try to make it my game, you know.
Yeah, and, you know, it's really hard to do because, you know, in this day and age of video footage, football teams, even in 8th grade squads, baseball teams, basketball team, just study gobs of video footage. In the MMA world, I think you could almost psych yourself out at times by studying too much footage because you'll be worrying about what they're going to do versus how you're going to do it and how you're going to go after them.
Yeah, that's very true, man. I see some guys that, you know, study videotape on people, and then the guys study their own videotape and change their whole game around from the fight before, then you go out there and you're lost.
Absolutely. They changed it up just enough, or they developed a new tendency, or they have some other skill drives, and you're spending all your time trying to figure out for that one opening. And if you just train yourself and use your strengths against them and just keep your hands up, watch for the knee, you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Now, when I think it's the September 26th date, not August 26th, but September 26th, correct?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I want to make sure because listeners are going to hear this now, then they're going to hear it in a couple of weeks. We want to make sure.
Great. And October 10th, Matt Hughes will be there to coach, but at the September 26th fight, I'm going to be cornered by Brian Foster and Coach Mark Fury and I believe Matt Beach.
Oh, that sounds like if that was me, that would be pressure. To have,
That's motivation for me, man.
you know, I watch all these athletes we've interviewed over the last several years that make it to the UFC. You know, Ray Huron has Tim Sylvia. He has Randy Couture in his corner, and I'm going, that's a lot of pressure, man, because you represent the best of the sport. And see, there's negative me right there talking. The worst thing's gonna possible happen. The first time I coached high school basketball, my old high school coach was in the stands, and I was so nervous. It was the worst event I ever coached at in high school. We got routed by like 25 points, and the coach looked at me, gave me a hug, and he goes, "I probably should have wore a ball cap and sunglasses. I scared you, didn't I?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah."
Yeah, I try using it for motivation. There's a little nerves there, but nerves is sometimes a good thing.
Absolutely. Ronnie, we're going to keep track of you as you get closer to this. We're definitely going to make sure September 26th is on our need-to-know list. Please keep us informed of your health as you go along. And we've been seeing how you've been blogging, talking about it, so we're really looking forward to you. Make sure you got lots of pictures.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure.
Hey, it's Ronnie, the Punihsre Phillips. He's got a September 26th deadline in the Hit Squad. We're going to do a link up, make sure you guys all know about it. And if it's on a pay-per-view or internets, we're going to see if we can't get people to buy it. Take care, Ronnie.
Have a good one.
1 second.